Alrighty guys, try again, give her some space. I'll give her some space for now, because she's probably wanting to settle in and, probably be like, I have this as my older sister. She doesn't look like my older sister. No, I shouldn't take it personally. She's probably just really tired from traveling. She did come from out of town, so she probably just needs some alone time to rest. I shouldn't judge Zoe's personality off a few short interactions. I'll probably have a chance to spend more time with her tomorrow. What a room, so decorated, so nice, so pink. With that, I begin preparations for sleep. Is that like a job or something? I begin preparations for sleep. That sounds like a job. I got an alarm going off, like beep, beep, wake up, school time. Groggily, how do you even say that? I wake up the next morning when my alarm goes off at 7 AM. Apparently 7 AM. I hit the snooze button several times and doze until finally howling myself out of bed. Alright, she's tired. She's like, oh. I go to the bathroom to get washed up and notice that one of the towels hanging there is already wet. Apparently Zoe already got her morning shower. By the time I emerge from the bathroom, Zoe is nowhere to be seen in the apartment. Zoe? No answer. After what happened yesterday, I'm not sure whether to feel disappointed or relieved. Is she at school already? As I expected, homeroom on the first day is introductions and going over school's conduct handbook. After homeroom, my next class is calculus. It's right next door, and I'm one of the first students to arrive. I take a seat near the door. Hi, nice to meet you again. Hi Iris. I don't know who the heck that is. The students trickle one by one, and I say hello to the classmates I already know, while offering a friendly nod to the new faces. Right as I'm about to take a seat, a familiar face pops in. My eyes widen as I realize it's Zoe's. She pokes her head around the corner of the door frame, as if unsure as to whether she's found the correct room, and steps through after confirming the number. Hi Zoe. Huh? I'm so glad you came by to see me. What are you talking about? That is why you're here, right? To say hello to your sister? Okay, awkward. I don't mean to hold you up. You should get to your next class. This is my next class. You are taking calculus? But I thought you were a second year student. This is the class that the assessment test placed me into. Wow, really? Zoe shrugs and walks into the room, scanning for an open seat. I pull out the chair next to me. You can sit here. Instead of sitting in the seat I pulled out, Zoe walks right past me and takes a seat at the other end of the room. She looks directly away from me, towards the windows. Wow, did Iris just get stood up? How embarrassing. Oops, though she looks like a really plain girl. If I were that girl, I might see when someone else is too. That's so mean, I can't do it. But it is true. I hear the murmurs of students around reacting to my interaction with Zoe, and blood rushes to my face. Looking down shamefully, I clench my hands in my lap. Why did I have to let my guard down like that? I'm thankful when the teacher finally calls the class to order. Quiet everyone. Now, I have no intention of allowing the group classroom structure to devolve into a social hour. We'll be having assigned seating. The classroom's collective groan hits my ear. Everyone, get up and find your new seats. I look at the seating chart and suddenly realize that the new arrangement has put my seat right next to Zoe's. I locate my seat and Zoe plops herself down next to me. Whose idea of a crude joke is this? No, I can't be like that. Let's make an effort, at least. I turn my head to smile at Zoe, but she avoids eye contact with me, instead looking towards the front of the room with a perpetually bored expression on her face. What should I do now? Try talking to her, stay quiet. Try talking to her, let's do it. Hey Zoe. No response. I think it's really cool that you managed to place into calculus as a second year student. It must mean you're really smart and dedicated to your studies. Do you like math? Oh, this is pretty awkward. Again, no reaction. I sighed dejectedly and opened my notebook. Apparently Zoe intends to ignore me for the rest of the class. I try to focus on the teacher's lesson, but I can't stop thinking about Zoe. She's sitting right next to me, yet she seems completely oblivious to my existence. And not only do I have to spend the rest of the semester sitting next to her in the calculus class, but we are living together in the same apartment. What have I gotten myself into? Oh, poor Iris. Sister doesn't like her. Maybe her sister just doesn't believe that's her sister because how different she is. After a long day at school, I gradually make my way home. In both hands, I'm carrying plastic bags filled with groceries, not to mention the school bag on my back. I'm back! I'll call out as I enter the apartment. The bags in either hand are placed on the counter, followed by my school bag. I then collapse on the nearest chair and close my eyes, exhausted from my trip. Normally, after the first day of school, I'm filled with excitement. But all I can feel now is the crushing anxiety of what will happen the next time I see Zoe. It seemed like she outright hated me in math class. There's no other way to interpret it, right? I sigh and close my eyes. Damn, where did I put it? My eyes shoot open as I hear a familiar voice. I had assumed Zoe wasn't home, or perhaps otherwise engaged, since my initial greeting didn't receive a response. Zoe, you're home? Why didn't you respond when I called you out? I'm on my way out anyway. Don't pay me any mind, I'll be out of your hair soon. True to her words, Zoe appears to be getting ready to leave. Even though I only just returned myself, it's getting dark, so I can't see why she would have chose to go out of all times. Fuck, I lost my throat there. I pulled myself onto my feet and faced Zoe. You're going out now? That's what I said. But isn't it getting a bit late for that? It'll be dark soon. You don't want to be wandering around an unfamiliar city at night. You mean that you don't want to wander the city? Don't assume to know what I want. Well, okay, that's fair. But why would you go out at this time? I already bought some groceries to use for dinner, but if that's what you're worried about. I'm not going shopping. Then where are you going? Give me a break. After that, she begins moving towards the door again. Wait! I take a step to the side so that I block her escape. She raises her eyes simultaneously. It takes me several seconds to get my voice to work. You know, seeing as we both are up, I nearly cringe as I hear my own nervous voice. Why don't we study? Zoe opens her mouth to reply, then closes it again. For one shocking moment, I think she's actually going to consider my proposal. Then I realize she's only taking a deep breath to keep her temper in check. No. Zoe begins to brush past me in the hallway. I can't just let her leave. You can't. Can't what? Go outside right now. It's nighttime. So? Our school enforces a curfew. Any student found out past 10 o'clock is going to be in serious trouble, even exclusion. At the mention of school, Zoe's eyes narrow. And safety too. Just because we live on our own doesn't mean we can do whatever we want. Bang, what? What? Oh dear! What's going on here? Oops, what's going on here? Zoe grabs me by the shoulders and pushes me against the wall. She's forceful and puts great strength into her hands. I'm not injured, but my heart is sent racing, both due to Zoe's proximity and the sudden shock of being thrown into something solid. Zoe, what are you... Shut up. What I choose to do is my own business and nobody else's. You have no right to tell me what to do. Zoe's tone is cold and fierce. Her fingertips are sinking deep into my flesh and I start to feel pain in my shoulders. Zoe, I'm not trying to be the bad guy here. I just don't want you to get yourself in trouble. If my actions get me in trouble, then that's my problem, not yours. But I'm your sister. I don't want to see you get hurt or anything. Zoe clenches her teeth. Don't give me that shit. You think a day of knowing one another in some vague blood relation makes us sisters? Don't make me laugh. You're just a nosy little do-gooder who can't keep out of other people's business. No, I'm just trying to look out for you. By telling me how to live my life? Listen closely. I'm not going to be bossed around by some pampered little girl who thinks she's better than me. Take your ego and shove it. I want nothing to do with your holier-than-thou bullshit. I bite my lip as I force back tears. I don't think I'm better than you. Why would you say that? From the moment I first saw you, I thought you were an amazing person. A cool, independent woman who can take care of herself. Not only that, but you are attending Lilium High. Even though you're younger than me, you made it into this prestigious school. I'm not looking down on you in the slightest, Zoe, and I know this might sound strange, since I'm supposed to be your older sister, but from the moment I laid eyes on you, I thought you were beautiful beyond compare. Ooh, what? What the hell am I saying? Zoe releases my shoulders and takes a step back. Her face is contorted in frustration and confusion as she tries to process what I've just told her. But rather than respond, Zoe turns around and heads towards the door. Just stay out of my way, alright? I won't warn you again. Zoe slams the door shut behind her. I stand there stunned before I breathe again, realizing I'm alone. Why did that? I just got told off by my little sister, and on top of that, she seems to hate me even more now, too. I wring my hands in front of me, still unmoving from where Zoe backed me against the wall. What am I going to do? Oh, poor Iris. I don't know what's going on with her sister. I knew it, like, her sister would be like, why do I have this kind of sister? Next morning, I wake up sore, slumped over the desk in my room. My bedroom's light is still on. I'm still in my clothes from yesterday. Oh, that's right. I stayed up last night to try and catch Zoe when she came back home, but I must have fallen asleep before she got back. Okay. I quickly change out of my grungy clothes, and grab a granola bar from the kitchen on my way out of the door. No time for breakfast today. As I hurry to school, thoughts of last night rush through my head. I can't believe Zoe said those things to me. I don't know, man. I reckon it's Zoe's fault. Cause Zoe just judges too much and all that. Zoe seems to think I'm nothing more than a spoiled brat. And honestly, I'm not sure I can blame her. Inside, I dread seeing Zoe during second period calculus, having to sit next to her all class after what happened last night. On the bright side, maybe this will be a chance for me to offer her a proper apology. She can't escape me when it comes to class, right? Or she might skip class. After the bell rings to signal the end of homeroom, I rush to calculus. I want to be here when Zoe arrives. I watch as the students file in one by one. As I wait for Zoe, gradually the other seats around me fill, until finally the teacher calls the class to order. Zoe's seat remains conspicuously empty. I don't know how to say that. Alright, class, settle down. I'm going to pass around the attendance sheet, so be sure to sign it before you leave. The teacher begins his lesson, and I find myself continually checking the door, hoping to see Zoe stepping through. Several minutes pass, and I still see no sign of her. Eventually, the attendance sheet is passed to me. I locate my own name on the sheet and mark it off. I hesitate before passing the sheet on. I can see Zoe's name listed below on the paper. Oh, I might get in trouble. Maybe she's sick, I don't know. Yeah, I'll take the risk, man. Zoe might just be running late. I wouldn't want for her to get in trouble for missing class. Besides, it's just a small thing. I'll mark Zoe as being in attendance, and pass the attendance sheet to the next table of students. Maybe she's away. Maybe she's away and I effed up there. The rest of the day passes eventfully. After my class, I check around the sophomore classrooms to see if I can find Zoe. I don't see her anywhere, Maybe she went straight home. Oh no, maybe she was sick. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. She might get in trouble. There isn't any warm welcome after I've rushed back to the apartment at record speed. Not that I was expecting one. Zoe is nowhere to be found. I tried knocking on Zoe's bedroom door. No response. My phone rings. I look down at the screen and realize it's from my dad. Dad? Iris? Where is Zoe? I don't know. I called her phone and she's not picking up. Could you go home? Can you go home to see if she's there? I'm home. I just checked her door, but she's not responding. She might still be at school. I can hear the sound of Dad sighing on the other end of the line. I just got a call from the school. Zoe didn't go to class today. I thought this would be different with her at new school and living with you. What do you mean? This isn't the first time this has happened, you know. Zoe had these same problems at her old school. Iris, there's one more thing the school told me. Zoe was absent for all of her classes, except she was marked as an attendance for calculus class. Oh, I stuffed up there. They asked the teacher about it. He doesn't remember Zoe being there. I know it's not a coincidence that the one class Zoe is supposedly attending is the class that the two of you share together. Iris, I'm disappointed. I want you to be a positive example for Zoe, not encourage this kind of behavior. I know she's not going to start acting like an angel overnight, but the least you could do is try to keep her in line. I'm sorry, Dad. I try to keep an eye on her. Ah, yeah, I knew I stuffed up. I should have done that. I know you're not the one who's the problem. It's not fair to take this all out on you when Zoe's the one who's cutting class. I hope things improve, Iris. Me too, Dad. I hope things get better soon. Well, I guess that's all. I don't want to get another call like that. He hangs up, cutting me off in mid-sentence. I feel bad for Iris. I got her in trouble. I don't think I've ever heard Dad so angry. At least, he's never been that angry at me. Why is it my fault? Zoe misbehaves, and I'm the one who gets scolded. I didn't even know I had a sister before now, and now I'm supposed to respond for this. I didn't even know I had a sister before now, and now I'm responsible for this unruly person? No. Oops. No, that's not right. Zoe is still younger than me. If I want to be an older sister, I do need to set a good example for her. But how am I even supposed to keep an eye on her? It's not like she tells me where she goes. Unless... Oh. My eyes glanced towards the narrow apartment hallway that contains our bedrooms. I could look in her room. I'm the only one at home at the moment. And it's not like it would be locked. No, it's wrong to do that. I can't. Oh dude, there's so much risks to everything. But it might give some clue to where she's been going during the day. What if she's doing something really shady? In spite of my misgivings, I soon find myself standing in front of Zoe's bedroom door. I place my hand on the doorknob, hesitating. I really shouldn't do this. Really. But after what happened yesterday, I think Zoe has lost the right to complain about me being rude, not showing up to school, and then letting me get the flack of her cutting class. I twist the knob with a feeling of unease and push the door open. Is there music playing? I don't know. Yeah, it is. Doesn't look like she decorated at all in here. Even the blankets are so plain looking. I'm not sure when Zoe will be back, so it's best to do this quickly. Try the desk. It's a cheap desk, devoid of anything personal. Zoe's class schedule is inside the bin on top of. Beside that is her laptop. My fingers reach out before I can fully think about what I'm doing. At the brush of my tips against the touchpad, the laptop powers on. Oh, it's locked. For the best. Seriously, snooping around in Zoe's computer? This is already bad enough on my part. I should have limits. I don't see anything here. I feel really bad now. Why am I even doing this? As I turn to leave, something on the table catches my eye. Colourful papers are sticking out from underneath Zoe's textbooks on the table. Is it a class handout? Has like some Mission Impossible music. I've already come this far, might as well. Oh, what's going on? I pick up one of the sheets. It's a glossy flyer, Dora's top. Monday night specials, live music show featuring local talent. I glance over the other papers. Club life, Whiskey Row, and Trophy Club. What? Why does she have flyers for bars? What the heck is this? It looks like she has a lot of them, too. And one of them is even circled with marker around the date. My head is spinning. Is this what Zoe has been doing the last few nights? Going out to bars? Horrified, I spin to face the door. It's opening. Zoe's back. I shove the flyers under the books. When I straighten, I find Zoe staring at me, her eyes wide. The shocked expression doesn't last long, however, as her eyes narrow to critical levels. What are you doing in my room? In your room? I echo her, stupidly. Oh right, I was going to see if you wanted to watch TV. If it was even possible. Zoe's eyes somehow narrow further. Why? I knock my hand in the bottom hem of my sweater, trying to keep my voice from sounding like a tightrope. Something good might be on? Zoe turns me around first, then presses her palms flat against my back. Pushes me from her room as I weakly protest. We don't even have to watch TV. We could study or something. I mean... Good night, Iris. She practically hisses at me as she roughly closes the door in my face. I jump at the sound of its slamming. Phew, that was too close for comfort. But those flyers. Why does he say fillers? Flies. I definitely saw something weird in there. Zoe isn't a bad girl, is she? I don't know, I have a feeling she's like a club person, like a thug person, like part of a gang or something, or likes music or something like that. Like hard metal music. The next morning, Zoe isn't any friendlier. I mean, that's normal, we didn't talk much before, but this time the silence is heavy. Whenever I so much as move a finger, Zoe's eyes cut towards me with a distrustful, menacing glare. It's excruciatingly awkward to eat my breakfast. What does that word say? Excruciatingly. Zoe pushes her plate away when she finishes a meal. Oh, I can clean that up for you. If you think you can make me forget about you snooping through my room by being nice, forget it. I flinch at her biting remark. Oh, I really wished I hadn't looked in her room now. I can't possibly ask her about the flyers either. Zoe turns her nose up at me, getting out of her seat and swiftly depositing her plate in the sink. Are you leaving? With a final parting glare, Zoe leaves through the front door. The cool surface of the dining room table collides with my head as I drop onto it. I've really made a mess of things. After waiting a good 3 minutes so that Zoe can't glare at me for following her, I finally leave the apartment and make my way to school. Poor Iris. Oh, she's getting treated badly. I'm more than a little anxious as calculus approaches. Sitting through another round of sharp glares from my younger sister isn't exactly on top of my list of fun. But the situation resolves itself because... Zoe White? Miss White? She's absent again. The teacher twists his mouth disapprovingly and shoots me a look before going back to attendance. I sink down into my chair. Why am I getting blamed for her ditching class? But even I'm starting to get worried. Once school is over, I head out of the front entrance. I'm about to head home when I see a familiar tall figure walking away from the school gate. Zo! My mouth clamps shut as she rapidly heads out of view. What the? Zoe isn't going the way home. In fact, she's walking the complete opposite direction. Why is she going that way? And what's more, if she was at school, why was she in calculus? This is my chance to find out where she goes all day. I don't want to assume the worst about Zoe, but why on earth would she come? Why on earth would she have those flies in her room? She isn't meeting people at those bars, right? She isn't meeting men? Oh, that's the worst thing to think of. After a quick mental battle, my feet take off after Zoe. If it's a prestigious school, why do you let kids ditch school and all that? It's a prestigious school, for goodness sakes, you know what I mean? You don't do that. You don't let kids, truancy and all that. Following people isn't easy. I've almost lost sight of how many times now. just by walking through the park. If I didn't know any better, I'd say she was intentionally trying to make following her possible. Zoe slips down a path to the right, breaking out into a dash. I round the corner after her. My foot gets caught on a stray branch in the path. Grumpily, I'd pull a twig out of my sock. This is not my forte. Quietly, I sneak over to the path again. It's now devoid of anyone. Oh no, I lost her. Did she see me following her? How could she not? Oh. Besides, I'm being totally unfair. This could be all a huge coincidence. What is going on? At reflex, I spin behind a tree. Zoe has just stepped out of a nearby bathroom, now fully changed into her casual clothing. She's also carrying a huge black bag over her shoulder. What's going on? She changed her clothes in the park bathroom? Zoe's moving swiftly through the park now, making her way for the exit. She's going towards the station. My fallback plan was to claim that I was enjoying a stroll in the park if she saw me. But if she's getting on the subway, there's no way I could pretend that I'm not following her. Oh no. I can't turn back now. I have to see what she's up to. I thought they're gonna give me like a choice to, see what she's up to. No, don't tell me she's going to a nightclub. Like, come on, man. I was barely able to get off at the same stop as Zoe, and now I've lost her altogether. I nervously glanced at my surroundings, at the strange place Zoe had got off the subway for. Oh, this place is really scary. There's nothing but bars around here. I can't even imagine what this place looks like later at night. Standing around in my school uniform, I really stick out like a sore thumb. I guess I should feel lucky it's not busy. But where did Zoe go? Wait, the name of the flyer that was circled. Was that tonight? In Trophy Club? Trophy? Which, to my luck, happens to be right in front of me. Wow, that is a lot of luck right there. That's a lot of luck. I step towards the Trophy Club. Their barred doors and blackened windows don't allow a single glimpse of what's inside. My only indication that it's actually open for business is the music and smell. There's something so off limits about this place, this entire street. Really something that screams you don't belong here. I must be insane. I followed my sister, snooped in her room, and I'm about to go into a seedy bar looking for her. Now I'm muttering to myself in this dingy place. Let's get this over with. Oh god, I sound like a little kid when I just said that. She's into jazz music and all that, and like weed and everything, and music. Anyways, I'm gonna have to end it here. It's been quite a while. Hope you enjoyed it, and remember, see you next time.